Give me one happy word for the day. One happy word. So Syed said something. Syed, can you please repeat it for her?
Sure. It's love,
Very good.
happiness.
Toastmaster is one, only one word. We need all of them to speak.
I said
Toastmaster is one.
enthusiasm. Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. Toastmaster Dr. Khamis.
Mindfulness.
Toastmaster Mohan Chandra.
Freedom.
Toastmaster Prasad.
Gratitude.
Toastmaster Abdul Samik.
Office.
Oh, lovely. I can. Toastmaster Riaz, one happy word for the day.
Gratitude. I know it's repeated.
Toastmaster Vibha, one happy word for the day.
Food.
Food, very good. Toastmaster Jyoti Krishnan.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Pooja.
Smile.
Nice. Toastmaster Nant. Yeah, one happy word for the day.
Amazing.
Amazing. Toastmaster Suhas.
Fantabulous.
Fantabulous. Toastmaster Hanif. Yes.
Yeah, exuberant.
Very good. Toastmaster Yasir.
I already said gratitude.
Oh, nice. Okay, so with this, I think it's time to hand over to our Sergeant at Arms, who's happily smiling, okay? And with lots of happiness, with lots of positive words, let us start this session. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, Anju, for conducting this happiness session. And I think the main happiness word today should be dashboard. Okay, with that, let's pass it on to our lovely Sergeant at Arms. Go ahead and start.
Thank you so much. I think Toastmaster Anshu made it easier today. So let's begin. Good evening, district leaders, club officers, fellow Toastmasters, and future leaders. Before we begin, let's do a quick check-in. It is often easy for us to ask someone, how are you feeling? But how often do we ask ourselves, how am I feeling? So let's do it today. We'll take a few seconds. So I just want you to pause for a minute, take a deep breath, and check in with yourself. How am I feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Tired? Stressed? Whatever it is, just acknowledge it. Whatever you're feeling now, we're just acknowledging it. But we are just going to keep it aside. Let's leave behind all the stresses of the day, all the worries of today or yesterday, and just bring ourselves into the here and now and fully be present for this wonderful meeting. And that brings me to today's thought. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Every speech we deliver, every role we take, every project we complete, every new skill we learn is another step in our journey of growth. And today we are here to make that journey a little easier. We have an exciting session ahead, understanding the Toastmasters dashboard, where we will learn how to navigate our dashboard with confidence, update our records, and keep track of our progress. And that's not all. We have also an exclusive introduction to the new pathway exploration. So let's stay curious, learn something new, and take another step forward in our Toastmasters journey. I'm Toastmaster Lakshmi Manoj, President of White Feathers Toastmaster Club and VP membership of Pioneer Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. And it is my pleasure to serve as your Sergeant at Arms today. Let's remind ourselves of the Toastmasters International Mission. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And the district mission? We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Before we begin, kindly follow a few online meeting protocols. Please keep your mobile phones on silent. Please keep your camera on whenever possible. Please keep your microphone muted when you are not speaking. And please use the chat box only when necessary. And of course, the best part of an online meeting, you are in the comfort of your own home and you already know where the washroom is. So, with that, let's get ready to learn, connect, and grow. To take the program forward, it's my privilege to welcome our MC for today, Toastmaster Bhuvanika. Toastmaster Bhuvanika is currently serving as District Logistics Manager. He is the president of Q Voice Toastmasters Club and co-event chair of the program quality team. So let's all put our hands together for a huge round of applause and welcome Toastmaster Bhuvanika. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhuvanika.
Again, thank you very much, Toastmaster Lakshmi Manoj, for your wonderful introduction for me. Thank you very much. Good evening, distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, and honored attendees. A dashboard is not just about numbers. It is about understanding where we are heading, and how we can better serve our clubs, our members, and our district. Before I invite today's amazing trainer, I want to invite very, very special person. It's my privilege to introduce a leader whose vision, dedication, and commitment continue to inspire our district to reach greater heights. Behind every successful club, every confident speaker, and every inspiring leader, there is a commitment to quality education and continuous learning. Our program called the Director champions the commitment across District 1 to 6. Through innovative training programs, educational initiatives, and unwavering support, this leader ensures that our members have every opportunity to grow, excel, and achieve the goals. Please join me in welcoming a passionate advocate for excellence and learning, our program called the Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Devi.
Thank you so much, outstanding Toastmaster of the Year, this Toastmaster Bhuvanika. And I think I saw our DD just popped in. DTM, Harish, DD, are you in?
Yeah, very much.
Sorry.
Okay,
Because,
so can we, we get our DD? Yes. Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute. So I
Rewind.
checked previously. Yeah, it's okay. I checked previously. I did not see him. First of all, apologize, DD. Okay.
He just joined.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, man. Okay. Tonight it is my honor to introduce a leader whose mission is at very heart of the Toastmaster experience. A true servant leader understand that leadership is not about holding a position, but about empowering others to achieve success. Our district director embodies this principle by leading with purpose, passion, and unwavering belief in the potential of every member and every club. Under the guidance, District 1 to 7 continues to grow stronger, fostering excellence, innovation, and a culture of collaboration across our district. Please join me in warmly welcoming our handsome district director, the leader of District 1 to 7, Distinguished Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. Over to you.
Thank you, our MC, Toastmaster Bhuvanika. When I look at what I should look forward to, I always look at Toastmaster Bhuvanika. I always feel that even if when I am a district director, I do much less than what Bhuvanika offers to our fraternity. This is my humble realization. It's not just to reciprocate what he told about me or what he described about me. Thank you, Bhuvanika. I would like to now take this opportunity to thank the PQ Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Devi, and the entire team in Program Quality for arranging this session, because dashboard always have been a myth to many of us, yeah, including me, admittedly, because always you have some surprises when you get into dashboard, and we need to have our fundamentals clear when we start this system. So as club leaders, we should be thorough what is to be expected on the dashboard, and this session is very apt and timely. And we also have our Toastmaster UMAR, who is going to train us on the dashboard. But what I wanted to also highlight now is that we all, club leaders, area leaders, division leaders, and district leaders, we have taken this as a voluntary commitment. But once we sign up, it's a commitment. That voluntary things passes off, right? It's a commitment. So let me just remind you one small KPI what we need to achieve, because it is not easy to measure individually one by one, right? So that is why the whole 101-year-old program of Toastmasters devised the entire measurements based on these. The first thing what we need to do is, there is a timeline coming, which is the club success plan. It may look simple. It is simple. Trust me, it is simple. But you need to spend 5 to 10 minutes with a little discussion between your excom, and you can say, what as a president, what as a VP education, what as a VP membership, what do you want to deliver during your term? And that is what you are going to map in a club success plan, CSP. So I request each and every club leaders present here, maybe you should also cascade this information to those who have not made it today, to work on a club success plan, because we have a deadline. Let us see what we are going to commit to our members, which is our patrons, and what are we going to achieve this year, okay, as a club leader. So let's stick to the deadline of CSP, which is a club success plan, so that when you submit the club success plan on time, that is when an area director can have his area success plan. And when an area director presents his success plan, then only this division director can have his division success plan. And when division success plan is there, then only district can submit district success plan, and which is September 30th. So we have a tight deadline. Let's get all this together, because every drop counts. Let's give our best, okay, and leave the rest to the outcome, because we cannot control the outcome. But at least you should feel confident. You should feel that feeling that, okay, I have done my best, okay, because outcome is not in your hands. It is all, did you do your best? That's it. Leave the rest to the process to happen. So I request every members today here, do your best, absorb as much as you can from this session, and give your best. Because when you sign out on June 2027, you should have that pride in you that I did my best, right? You should have that feeling that I did my best, and that this is a brilliant opportunity. Just learn as much as you can. Please ask as much as questions you can, and let's have a great year, all of us together. So I would want to repeat our current year's district slogan, which is one nation, one district, and one vision. Over to you, our ever enthusiastic MC, Toastmaster Bhuvanika.
Thank you very much for your inspiring words. Again, now I'm going to invite very special character. I already informed her, but I had some add-ons. She is determined, empowering, enthusiastic, wise, exceptional, excellent leader. Please join with me in welcoming DEEWEE Distinguished Toastmaster Devi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhuvanika. I know you already introduced me before. I could have said stop, but I love the way your introductions are, so you could keep on going. Thank you so much. You know, they say introduction should be so high that it makes you fly. Well, I'm already flying over here. Once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Understanding Dashboard session. We have around 90 people already joined on a weekday evening. That shows really how serious you all are about this. So kudos to all of you all. Now, yes, dashboard can seem sometimes very complicated, understanding how to do so many messages coming, how to do the CSP, why, when to do the CSP, why to do the CSP, how to do the CSP. And there is something new which has come from Toastmasters International called Explorations. We've already shared details about that, but to know more, to know the details, we have this session also for you. You know, Explorations is something new that TMI has started, and it just has 3 speeches. You can get your DCP done as well. More about that, our trainer will take. But all today is a very informative session that we are going to have. And I just want to lead you all with one thing. Now, when we see DCP, all the club officers and all, don't take it as something administrative, it is some chore to be done. Each number that you see on the dashboard, you have 4 level 1s, 4 level 2s, 3 level 3s, then membership and administrative. Each number over there is somebody's success story, is a member's success story. Like, for example, level 1. If somebody has completed level 1, that means that member has learned how to stand on the stage. That member has learned how to organize a speech, how to have an opening, a body, a closing. That member has understood how to use body language. That member has understood how to use vocal variety. So that is a growth and success of a member. When it comes to COT, DSCP, that is training. Again, you're learning so much, you're training. So you're getting investment, you're getting knowledge, and knowledge is investment. When you see your goals, DCP goals on membership, that means you're sharing. You're getting new members, you're sharing the benefits of Toastmasters, what you have learned. Like they say, knowledge is power. Sharing that knowledge is influence, and sharing influence is leadership. And that's what we do in Toastmasters, leadership. And this is the place where leaders are made. So make the most of this training today. We have distinguished Toastmaster UMAR NAWAZ, a stalwart in his way in training. So he will give us the best. We have a question and answer round after this. So feel free to bombard him with questions. He will happily, smiling, accept and answer all your questions. With that, thank you so much. And let me hand it over to our very charming, handsome, dashing, ready, single and ready to mingle Toastmaster Bhuvanika.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your kind-hearted words for me, and thank you very much again and again. Okay, since we are running out of time, so we started late, so I decided to cut my script and start and give the introduction of our trainer. Okay, before I introduce him, what is the dashboard in Toastmasters? Who can access the dashboard? How often is the dashboard updated? What is the most important information available in the dashboard? How can club officers use the dashboard to improve club performance? Okay, these are some questions I obtained from the Toastmasters, but now I am not going to answer because I don't know the answer. So now I invite the correct person who can answer these all the questions. I assure once you attend this training, this education session, you will be expert at dashboard. Okay, our trainer tonight is someone who has helped countless leaders understand not only what the dashboard says, but what is actual mean. He is dynamic leader, distinguished Toastmaster, mentor, coach, and expert in tuning ideas into decisions. Distinguished Toastmaster Umar Nawaz is a chartered accountant, a financial leader, and managing partner of Unua Global Consultancy, where he advises business on finance, tax, compliance, and strategy. He is also the founding CEO on UNFI Technology, an AI-focused fintech developing products including Unua Tax Studio. Since joining Toastmaster in 2022, Umar Nawaz has served as club president, vice president, education, club coach, club mentor, area director, and PQD engagement and learning chair. He is currently president of AI Leaders Toastmasters and District 1 to 7 language chair. He was also recognized with the Super Mentor and Legacy Builder Award for 2025-26. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in by welcoming our passionate trainer, distinguished Toastmaster UMAR NAWAZ. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Veronica, for a wonderful, wonderful introduction. And a very good evening to everyone. Let me start with a slightly uncomfortable number. The number is 173. What does this mean? Okay. Now, this morning, I opened the Club Success Plan submission report for District 127, and we have 203 clubs in District 127, out of which only 30 clubs have submitted and 173 clubs have not submitted their Club Success Plan. Okay. Some may already be discussing their plan, and some may even be completing the printable templates, but the system only recognizes one thing, that is submitted. And the deadline is 30 September as emphasized by our PQD and our district director. For most established clubs, miss that the qualifying requirement and the club cannot be distinguished this year if they are not going to submit. Even if the goals are completed and the Club Success Plan is not submitted, you will not be getting any distinguished status. However, there is an exception for the newly chartered clubs, but that we will cover in Q&A session. Now, Toastmasters officers are excellent in giving speeches. Deadlines occasionally need a little more practice, but today we are not going to talk about their speaking skills. We're not going to talk about their deadlines and meeting the requirements. Today is basically going to be a grand tour, and which we will follow. That one leader journey includes plan, manage, monitor, verify, and act. This is what we're going to discuss about today. I will show you the real website. I'm not just going to stick to the presentation itself. So if you have a second device, feel free to follow along. If not, just note the screen. You need to open tonight after the training. Let's dive into the training. There are 5 stages, 4 tools, and 1 outcome. Once you know which answers which questions, you stop searching in the wrong place. The first one is plan. Plan is the Club Success Plan. It tells us what the club wants to achieve and who is responsible. Then manage. Manage is Club Central. This is where officers change the official club records, members, payments, officers, and meeting information. Then it's monitor. Monitor is a public dashboard. It shows recognized progress and what the club still needs. Then verify. Verifies our daily reports. It helps us confirm whether specific submission, payments, awards have been processed. And finally, act. Act means it is us. The first 4 can show information. None of them can call a president, fix a renewal plan, or book a member's next project. Now, when we talk about the Club Central is restricted to the active officers of the club, the ExCom. An area director, division director, and district director cannot enter another club central unless they also hold a club officer role in there. But there's a dashboard and daily reports. These are public information. So district leaders are not locked out of the information. They are locked out of the buttons that change it. That is an important difference. Now, the biggest change is simple. That is a printable Club Success Plan guide, your executive committee discussion, and the submission itself is now online from inside the Club Central. Let me show you exactly where it sits. As you were discussing about the Club Central, so I thought I'll start from there. I believe everybody is familiar with this screen because the moment you log in, this is the screen you get, your home screen. If you're an ExCom member, you have to scroll down in the Leadership Central. You have to go in the Club Central. If you're a member of multiple clubs, ExCom members, choose the club and then on this screen, you will find a club success plan screen over here. Now, before touching the form, confirm the program year. Current program year is 26-27. Then look at the table, membership base, okay, like members to date, net growth, goals, recognition. Keep this picture in your mind. We will meet the same logic again in the public dashboard. That one sentence is a practical change, okay? The template is a conversation. Now over here, if we talk about it, okay, this is a form for online submission, but there is a printable template available over here as well. This is the guide. Usually when an ExCom members have to complete their club success plan, they have to take out the printable guide. They have to discuss with all the ExCom members, finalize, and then they have to come back and submit it online over here. We can clearly see there are 4 sections that are required: education, membership training, and administration. And there are 2 more sections which are optional. The submit button only becomes available when you complete the 4 mandatory sections. Now, if I ask the club officers over here, just one word in the chat. I can say for myself, we have just started doing the club success plan, but I would like to ask you guys that has your club started on its 26-27 plan? Just say yes and no, quickly, 15 seconds, not more than that. Great, great. I can see a couple of yeses, and I believe most of the yes, one more yes. So yes, you guys are working, which is a great thing. Now the purpose is not to complete the form for headquarters, okay? Normally, when an ExCom plans, they make a club success plan, we just submit. We don't need to stick to that only. The real purpose is to force the executive committee to answer. What are we doing? Who owns it? And by when we have to submit it. Once you submit it, then bring it back to every executive committee meeting. Otherwise, it becomes a beautifully completed plan nobody follows. So that is something I would advise everyone, that immediately try to, although the date is 30 September, but I would advise as early as possible you submit it, because once you will submit it, only then your area director will be able to complete his plan. And once area director is going to complete his plan, only then the division director would be able to do so as well. Now let's move on from planning to managing, the second part, which is the Club Central. And it's the most, I'll say it is not the most glamorous website you will open today, but it is the one where official records actually change. Now you can either go directly back to the home screen and from there you can scroll, or you can simply click on the Club Central over here. The most important thing is the membership management. You open membership management, because now renewals are right around the corner as well. You can see on the top over here, there is a self-pay allows self-pay button. Okay. Now what happens is that self-pay allows members to submit their own international dues instead of waiting for the club to collect and process every payment. But please do not switch it on like a mobile setting. It's a toggle, but you cannot switch it on like that. What Toastmasters require is that the club has to vote at a meetings with present quorum, and majority must approve it. After the decision, an officer can enable it under contacts and meeting information. Now, if you see below, there are different cards for the members. Okay. What does this card show? Okay. Each card gives the member's role, pathway information, and payment status. Paid until 30 September means paid through the current April to September period. And renewal is then due for October to March period. If you see my name, I am renewed till 2027. So this is how you plan. If you want to be part of it, you can keep your renewals updated all the time. But if any card that says unpaid from 31st March, then you need to understand that the person is not currently in good standing and does not count towards the club's current paid membership. Now, this is your renewal follow-up list. This Excel sheet. Okay. You don't need a separate spreadsheet. Filter it, export it, and then take it to the executive committee. A quick fee update, because quoting the old amount to the guest is awkward. You must be aware it was advertised by the district PQ team as well, that now the Toastmaster International dues have changed to $72 for each 6 months period. The increase from 60 to 72 took effect on 3rd August 2026, and the renewal date remains the same. Every renewal will happen on 1st April and 1st October. So this is something you have to remember. Also, when you're meeting guests and you're inviting them to join, you need to tell them that there is a one-time $25 new membership fee. And if a member is joining mid-period, say for example, if a member is joining today, we are in August, then mid-period dues are prorated to $12 for each remaining months. Those are the international charges only. Any club level dues are separate and must be explained separately to the guests. Now the current process is for adding a new member, that you click here on add a member. Let it go to the next screen. You will come to this screen. Okay. Now in this screen, what will happen? Enter the person's last name plus email address or member ID if you have. The system then identifies whether the person is new, restated, or joining a dual member. That search first is the first step that matters, because if a returning member may already have years of history in the system and we do not want to create a second identity because we're in a hurry. If you're going to do that, in that case, the person is going to lose their history. So I will always advise you that you have to clearly check with the member whether he was an ex-Toastmasters, he is restating the information, or whether he's a new Toastmasters, and accordingly filling the details. Now I'm stopping here for this part, as I'm not going to type any real person's details into a live membership system while sharing my screen. The process can continue later through the cart, order, payment stages, or through self-pay where the club has enabled it. Now, if we're going back to the club centers to explore other features, other options that are available over here. Okay, so there is one which is the club officer assignment. When all of you joined in Toastmasters when all of you took a role of an XCOM member, this is the place where your names got updated. Okay. Now, check the term before making any change whenever you're making a change. Usually what happens is if it's an annual club submission, then next year's list will be 30th June. Like over here, you can see our club members, it's an annual renewal, so it's 30th June. But there are clubs which have a semi-annual term as well. And in that case, 31st December is going to be the deadline for the first term. And then there's going to be another term starting from January. An ongoing officer list is one component of the DCP goals. If you want to achieve 10 goals, this is one of the most important component, because the other component is on-time dues for at least 8 members, including 3 renewed members, 1 renewal period. One without the other does not complete the goals. Okay, so this is something important, that you have to submit this information in a very timely manner. And once it is updated, selected period, click save, and it's going to get updated in the portal as well. Going back to the Club Central. If you come over here, this is one thing which is club contact and meeting information. Okay. This information feeds find your club, because if you're a new member, you will go and find the club. If the meeting time, venue, online details are wrong, a potential guest may never reach you. We may never even know the opportunity was lost. So the officers, they need to update this immediately. Okay. Officers can open the details of the club performance reports as well. Okay. There are all of other options as well, like club demographics you can check, club's addendum, club events if you're doing anything. Club achievements are there. But if you want to look at the performance and progress of your club, in that case, you will have to open the distinguished performance report. Now, when we say distinguished performance report, this is one way of opening directly from the Club Central. but district leaders cannot use this internal route. There is another route, which is the public dashboard that gives them a monitoring view. And this is where we go next. You can click here and go to the club, but at the same time, there is another route, which is dashboards.toastmasters.org. Okay. When you come here, we are in district 127. First of all, we are going to select the district name. District 127. Then we'll come to this page. Okay. Now, if you see, there's going to be reports, different. One thing I wanted to show, which is not getting displayed over here. If I can quickly jump back to my presentation. I took a screenshot over here. Yes. So whenever you open a dashboard, there's a possibility you might see this kind of notice on the screen. Okay. I believe the notice is visible, right? So always read the notice before interpreting the page. During the month and closing, the dashboard may continue showing a prior month's processed position. Well, that is timing, not an error. Just remember this. And if someone sends you a dashboard screenshot and these four pieces are missing, like the time, date, the period that has been selected, I would request you to ask them to send you a fresh screenshot. A number without the reporting context is just a future misunderstanding. Now, if distinguished clubs to date show in August is 0, do not announce that it's a crisis. We are not able to see any information. The official recognition icon only begins appearing after 1st April, and before then, focus on understanding goals and qualifying conditions. Now, getting back to the dashboard page over here. In this, you can clearly see that all the club's details are there, and this is about the membership payments. That what is the membership payment? Current club late, October renewal, April renewals are there. Then if there is any new members are there, any club is getting charter. So all this information you can find over here. Okay. Then the second part is, which is the division and area performance. If we click and open on the division and area performance. Okay. This is the part which is like a scanning board for area directors and division directors. You can see the renewal status, club visits, membership to date, and goals. But remember that early in the year, membership to date reflects payments processed for the new program year. It is not the same thing as counting everyone who attends the last meeting. So the payments are the main part. If the payments are processed, only that will be reflected over here. Then if you open the club performance part, okay, in the club performance, you can see over here, if you directly go to the CSP, you can see yes, Y, and N. Y represent yes, N represents no, which means it's a club success plan submission. If your club has already submitted, it will show yes, Y. If it has not yet submitted, it will show N, which means no. So one system receives the action, which is your club central, and another reports the recognized results to the whole district. Okay. Next is the club status bar. Now, this is my favorite screen in the dashboard because it translates the program into plain language, what the club has and what it still needs. Okay. For example, if nothing got stuck somewhere, let me refresh the page. Let's select here, July. Okay, let me just go through it again one more time. So we reach the right page, and from there I can explain you. Okay. I have to select the one of the clubs. Let me select my club so I can show you guys. Yeah. So this is the club status. We have to select the criteria, which is the club's name, which you have to select over here. Okay. Now, in this case, you can clearly see that this is the place where we read all the DCP goals. Okay. The first one is education. Then we talk about the membership. Then there is training and administration. Now, if we talk about the first part in education itself, for example, level 1 awards, there are 4 goals. To date, there is none. So it means we need four members who needs to complete their level 1. That is no longer a static. This is a scheduling conversation with your vice president education that you have to complete your levels, get it approved, so it gets displayed in the dashboard. That wording over here, if you can see, it's a new wording, which is online mastery, meeting mastery completion. That's what we're going to talk about in the second part of our presentation today, which is the exploration. Now, this is something new for the 2026-2027 year online mastery, meeting mastery completions. This can fulfill a level 2 requirement towards goal 2 and goal 3. Now, read the club when you're looking at the dashboard. I'm not going to emphasize more on the online mastery at the moment. We're going to talk about dashboard as a whole, that if you read the club in order, what it displays? It displays the membership. It displays education. It displays your club success plan requirements, and then recognition status as well. On the top, it's everything is displayed. So please remember, the dashboard is not a smoking alarm. It's not a fire investigator. It's a smoking alarm. It tells you where to look, and it does not tell you why. A lower number may mean a serious club problem. A simple transaction that has not yet been processed, and the conversation comes next. Okay. This is where all the XCOM should actually live, and they should monitor it time to time. Apart from this, in the dashboard, there are certain other reports which are called the daily reports. If you click on the daily reports, you will land to this page. In this page, what you're going to see is, if you select your district, (127), then you're going to see all the daily reports which are getting updated on a regular basis. It will show you what are the April dues and renewal status. It's going to show you October dues and renewal status as well. Whether the January's club officer list has been updated, whether the July's club officer list has been updated. Normally, every club has an annual period, which means it runs from July to June. So this is the place where you're going to see whether the status has been updated. If you open the club success plan submission, it will clearly shows that how many clubs have completed and how many clubs have not submitted. You can simply download this Excel sheet, and from here I came up with the same number which I shared in the beginning, which was 173. That still 173 clubs have to submit, and I'm going to emphasize this again, that it is not necessary that the clubs have not yet started. They have started, they are planning it, maybe they have completed the manual form as well, but until you're not going to submit, the status will not get updated over here. Then you can monitor the education achievements of the members as well. Members who have completed level 1, level 2, their pathways, maybe they have done a pathway mentorship program, even the new exploration, if they've completed, it will be shown over here. If a member is entitled to a triple crown, a lot of people ask this question, how we get a triple crown? So that information you can see over here. Okay. Currently, there is no data. The system is getting updated because of the new program year, but shortly you will get it. Or maybe in this program year itself, members have not completed their levels as of now. Now, when we talk about triple crown, a simple note: in one program year, which runs from 1st July to 30th June, if you're completing 3 levels, you are entitled to a Triple Crown Award. Additionally, this is Educational Achievement Archives previous year's information. If there is any new club getting registered, their information is available for the year. Any prospective club is there, which application is filed, still documentation is going on, or maybe somebody has shown an interest and they've filed it. So you can register that over here. If you're a new club sponsor or a mentor, or even if you're a club coach, so all the information you can get in this one place, one dashboard. Okay. So overall, this was a quick crash course of all the dashboards. Main thing is that first, what you have to do is you have to do plan, which is open your club success plan, 4 sections, submit by 30 September. Then you have to manage. Manage means you have to filter the roster of unpaid members. That is your renewal call list. Okay. And you can manage all your club's information, members, excom, meeting informations within the club central dashboard itself. To monitor, you have the dashboard.toastmasters.org. You can read the dates, club statuses, overall district, area status, everything is available over there. And then to verify, you can go into your daily reports, see the process, what has been submitted, what has not been submitted. Sometimes it happens that a member has completed their pathway level, but they have submitted and the club excom or VP education has not yet approved it. So you can just go there and recheck and re-verify as well from there as well. And then third, last one, sorry, which is act, one honor, one date, one review. So these are the tools which you can use. And with this, we'll be sharing this presentation as well. Along with it, a small guide by the program quality team is going to share after this training, which is going to help you remember all these steps, because it was quite a quick crash course over here. And with this, we have concluded our first part of the training, which is the dashboard. DTM Devi, just one question over here. We are going to take the questions at the end after the exploration as well, right?
Yes. So we can complete exploration and then take the question and answer together.
Perfect. Perfect. And let me share my second screen. I believe my presentation is visible. Let me start with a very simple question here. Can we truly lead a room we cannot physically see? Simply say yes or no in the chat. Quick response. I just want to see how many of you are still here, because there is a handful of things we are covering today. No. Yes. No. So mostly it's a no. Partially it's a yes. Good. Now, why I asked you this question, because Toastmasters trained us, most of us, to read the room. Okay. And we see that who is listening, who looks confused, and who is mentally deciding how many samosas I'm going to eat during the networking break. Then we go online. The entire audience become a set of rectangles. Like I'm there as a small rectangle over there. Sometimes one rectangle is only a ceiling fan. Now, I want you to quickly show me with the raise of hands that how many of you have led an online or a hybrid meeting and genuinely wondered whether the people on the screen are still with you. Quite some have. This is a normal experience most of the members who are having their online meetings. And that awkwardness is not a personal failure. It is a skill gap. On 4th of August, Toastmasters launched its first exploration, the online meeting mastery. In the next few minutes, I want to show you that what it teaches, how the journey works, and how a club can make it easy for members to complete. Now, in an online meeting, it creates three separate challenges. First is the presence. Now, the presence in a physical room, you have your whole body, your movements, natural eye contact. But when it goes online, you may have a small rectangle in the corner, your framing, your voice, and the first few seconds decide whether you command attention or quietly disappear from into the grid. Second one is participation. Silence online is not always agreement. Sometimes people are thinking, sometimes they're multitasking, sometimes their internet has frozen them in a very thoughtful expression. The people leading has to design interaction. It rarely happens by accident, but if you look at the third part, okay, this is related to the leadership, where it becomes the real thing that many people now they know how to join an online meeting, but very few people know how to run one in a very well-mannered way. Keep both the energy alive and stay within the time. Because when we are online, at that time, we go over time and we don't even realize because most of the time the timer is not visible to us. Also, we have to involve quieter participants and recover when the technology decides to test your leadership. The good news is that all three are trainable. What have been missing is a structure, a place to practice them. And there where the new exploration comes in. But first question is that probably the same question many of you also have, that is this another path or how it's going to be? So no, it's not another path. A path is a full journey, 5 levels, broad skill development, required and elective projects, and it continues towards the Distinguished Toastmaster Awards, while an exploration is like a more of a focal point. It's a focused sprint, one specific topic, 3 core projects, and then one culminating assignment that brings the skill together. If a path is a degree, think exploration as a specialized short course. Let me be very clear about the trade-off. Okay, it is not something that is going to replace your path. Path will still remain the same, and it does not count toward your DTM program as well. But once the full online meeting exploration is completed, approved, it fulfills one level 2 requirement towards your DCP goals, which is either against goal 2 or goal 3 for the club receiving the completion. It was launched on 4th of August, and currently the cost is set at $15. It is only available in English, so it is, if it's a cost is less, very recently focusing on one simple point, which means it is a very smaller module than any path. It is simply not one more speech project. It is a complete focused learning journey. Now, what is there in this journey? What I like about the design is that it does not throw you into a hybrid room in one day or an online meeting leading everything in one day. It builds the skills step by step. First, you begin with the participant. You attend a fully online meeting. You need to attend the meeting, then deliver a 5 to 7 minutes of speech on that. How was the experience as an attendee? The idea is to stop attending as a passenger, start observing as a student, what kept people involved, where the energy dropped, what the leaders did about it. That's what you're going to learn in your first module, which is attend. Then you become the presenter. In the presenter, you deliver a 5 to 7 minutes of presentation on any topic in a fully online meeting. Now, the challenge is not only your content, it is whether your delivery survives the screen. The members who are there to witness, they are attentive towards you throughout the time. That is the challenge. And the next is that you will lead a fully online meeting for at least 20 minutes. This is where the muscle changes. Giving a good presentation is one skill. managing the whole room, timing, transitions, participations, and the occasional unmute drama. This is totally another thing. So only after building these skills separately, you bring them together in a hybrid culminating assignment. Now, Toastmasters have given you the path, they have given you the structure, but they have not restricted you. You may complete these 3 projects in any order, although Toastmasters recommend that we should follow the order shown: first attend, then present, then lead. But mark the introduction and all 3 projects first. Once it is completed, only then you can submit the entire core content section. The core content section is the first 3 parts: attend, present, lead. Now, once you have marked and the Basecamp manager has approved, then the projects are not approved by one by one. They will get approved all together in one screen. And it operates exactly the same way as your normal Basecamp operates. If you're doing any project, you're going to see that, okay, we have to complete the project. Once the project level is complete, then we have to submit. And it's one section approval before you begin the capstone. Now, capstone is the final project. And this is where you need to understand that, okay, how we have to facilitate and become a facilitator for a hybrid meeting. How the dashboard looks in this. Like, this is the main idea I want you to remember. First part is over here. If you can see the core content, in which there is online meeting mastering introduction. Then there are 3 projects: attending online meeting, delivering online presentation, and leading online meetings. Once this is complete, then you're going to click on the core content completion, similar to you do for any project. Once it is completed, then you have to open the culminating assignment. Okay. Once this section is complete, then you have to go into the culminating assignment and you need to do a hybrid meeting as well. Okay. So this is the part which I initially underestimated. Hybrid learning is not saved only for the final assignment. Okay. Guidance on applying the skill in a hybrid environment is built inside the online projects itself. For example, leading online meeting, you can clearly see, includes content on leading hybrid meetings as well. Each project follows a similar rhythm: reflection, project learning, a practical online assignment, evaluations, feedbacks. All these resources are available just like any of your pathway levels. Planning the next step and then applying the learning into a hybrid setting. Key consideration of planning your next step is optional. Now, optional does not mean useless. It simply means they are not a completing gate. These screenshots came from a properly launched sandbox, which is now active. So the live Basecamp interface is going to be exactly the same. And one honest boundary: this presentation introduces the exploration. It is not trying to teach you every technical detail of a hybrid facilitation in one slide. So we're just talking about what it carries. This is the work of an exploration itself. We're just exploring it. So we have discussed about the core content, what it covers, how it has to be delivered, key considerations, project learnings, assignments, evaluation, feedback, planning your next step, and applying it in the hybrid setting. Now let's talk about what is there in culminating assignment. Now this is the part what I would enroll for it like on its own. Half the audience is physically present in the room, half is online. One speaker has to hold both audience at the same time. First, you have to deliver a 7 to 10 minutes of speech to both the audience in a hybrid environment. Then a 10 to 15 minutes live question and answer session with questions coming from both sides. And this is where the real test begins. Say, first question comes from the room and the second comes from somebody who is still muted, and the speaker still has to maintain one conversation. The assignment also requires 2 evaluators. One evaluator present online, one evaluator is in person. A hybrid performance is therefore evaluated from both experiences, and the club has to arrange both evaluators in advance. You may preview the culminating assignment earlier. but you should begin it only after the core content section has been completed and approved by the Basecamp. You can view all the information, but it is advised that first the core content section has to be completed, approved by the Basecamp manager. Then this is the assignment that you have to start. And I'll tell you, this is deliberately not easy. It becomes delivery, technology, audience management, and unscripted response in one assignment. That is why completing it means something. Now the question is why you want to do it. What the member will gain out of it. Okay. There are 4 practical capabilities. Number 1, stronger screen presence, better online delivery, confidence leading meetings, and ability to facilitate a hybrid room. Now, these are not skills that stay within Toastmasters itself. They show up in your client meetings, your team calls, training sessions, boardrooms, anywhere the audience is split between table and a screen. But there are 2 completions here, and they are easy to confuse. First is the core content completion. Core content completion confirms that the introduction and all 3 projects are done, and the Basecamp manager approves the section, and the members can begin the capstone, the final project. That stage gives no DCP credit, no badge, no certificate. It's a gate, it's not the final. Exploration completion comes only after the culminating assignment. Once the completion is approved, the member receives a badge, a certificate, and the completion fulfills one level 2 requirement towards either DCP goals 2 or DCP goals 3 for the club receiving the credit. One final boundary, I would say that exploration is not an award. I have mentioned this before as well. I'm going to re-emphasize on it that exploration is not an award, does not award a pathway credential, does not count towards your distinguished Toastmaster program. So if someone is working toward their DTM journey, this runs along the path. It does not replace it. Now, this one is slide is specifically for the Vice President Educations. Okay, because the content may be new, but the bigger risk is very familiar. Nobody books the dates. With careful planning, I'll tell you that in one meeting, you can support 3 different members. A member leading the meeting for at least 20 minutes, a member delivers the online presentation within the meeting, and a member uses the same meeting for the attendance part of attending online meeting project, then gives the required follow-up speech in a later online slot. That is the practical trick. Stack the opportunities instead of arranging every assignment in isolation. First, put the online meeting dates and hybrid dates into a calendar before the member starts. Well, enthusiasm is useful, but a confirmed slot is always better. Second, if your club does not meet online, then partner up with a club that does. And same goes for if your club only meets online, then partner up with a club which is having their in-person meetings. That gives us our members the platform, the correct format, and often the easier route to the hybrid assignment. Third, book one capstone evaluator. Book both capstone evaluators early. One online, one in person. This is a requirement. This is not a last minute decoration. It's a mandatory requirement. And if the club cannot provide the right setting, the member may visit another club or with prior approval from the Vice President Education or another club officer, complete the assignment outside the Toastmasters as well. Basecamp managers can track enrollment in progress through their additional learning dashboard. So VP Educations, if you're there, could your club schedule one full online meeting with this path within the next 6 weeks? Just say yes or no. Now, what is the next step? Your future leadership is not only in the room, it's also on the screen. Okay. I'll show you how you have to select and enroll in this path. You can see my screen. I'll go back to home. If you have to select this path, this is the right way to do it. So when you register for your pathways, it's the same process. You have to do it for the online meeting mastery as well. You go to the Learning Hub, you click here. You click on Choose My Learning. Then you will have to select the language. And as I mentioned earlier, the project is only available in English. You have to select English. Then you have to click on View All Learnings. Click Continue. You will come to the screen. You will have to make the selection. If you come at the bottom of this sidebar, you can clearly see Online Meeting Mastery. You click on this. This is the complete project. You select the Online Meeting Mastery. It asks you for the confirmation. You enroll it. It takes you to the payment page. You make the payment. And after that, you can clearly see this path in your Basecamp. Okay, currently, I have not purchased it. But if I go back to my Basecamp, along with my other selected pathways, it will show right next to it. For now, it will not show, of course, because I have not yet enrolled myself in this. But if I'm going to enroll it, it will show right next to my pathways over here. Okay. So now I would simply say, just enroll with this. It's an additional learning. Talk to your VP Education in the state and book your slots. Thank you very much. Now, if there are any questions, I would be happy to take it. Niran Devi, would you like to join me in the Q&A?
Sure, I can, Umar. You're the guru here. Okay, Bhuvanika, you can take it forward.
Okay, thank you very much. And now I open this forum for the Q&A. Audience, if you have any question, this is the right time to ask. Please raise your hand and I can... Okay.
Wow, Umar, that shows how clear, crystal clear you were.
Yeah, no question means they get...
There is one question, but Devi, what we will do that I have already created a handbook for the dashboard. Simple. It was actually created last year, but from the PQ team, this can be circulated to everyone.
Yeah, I think we have one question, yeah.
One question. Toastmaster Yasser.
Yasser.
Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So actually, I'm an old Toastmaster, but I've left the scene for some few years now, maybe a decade more or less. Many things have changed over the years. I was just really interested to see the hybrid approach, because actually I was one big, I would say promoter, or I would say not all of us can attend in person, so it's important to incorporate this. Thanks, Toastmasters have included this finally as maybe as a journey for the clubs itself. I was just interested to know, like you mentioned, to run the online meeting or the hybrid approach, then you need two clubs to collaborate and you need two evaluators. So in one way, this helps clubs, instead of to compete with one another, to help each other, I would say, within the district to grow. However, I don't know, I know that committee members, they do attend on district levels to discuss I would say challenges and etc. other stuff. But what's the approach really to get this done? Let me say, in your opinion.
In my opinion, there are already clubs which are having hybrid meetings. For them, it's easier because they already have the setup. But Like you mentioned that it's easier for clubs to collaborate if one of the club is only having their online meetings and other club is having only in-person meetings. Now, VP Educations, they are all of them are in a joint district WhatsApp group. They can connect with each other over there and they can collaborate on a joint meeting. With that joint meeting, they can facilitate both sides of the members. Even if the members are there in person, they want to complete this exploration, and the people who are there in the online club as well. So that is the best way to do it, that collaborate with the clubs, help each other, and it's going to become an event for the club as well at the same time.
Yeah, can I have just a short one? Is there a link that we as members can reach out for that program? Could you publish it in the chat group?
Yes, I can do that. So the link that I've shared it will take you to the preferences where you have to set the language, and then you have to select all the levels which are available, and there you will find the online meeting mastery project as well. In addition to this, I will share 2 more links for the members, which is the dashboard link, which is a district dashboard. And the second one is for the daily reports in case if any club officer or member wants to explore. So what we can do is that I believe all of you have my contact details. If you have any questions, you can directly reach out to me, or you can reach out to the program quality team. They have experts over there as well. We can guide you. We can help you with anything that we have discussed today. And along with this, as I mentioned, that I believe the recording will be shared, and along with the recording, we will share the guide as well, so that any member can directly go through the guide and see how the dashboard completely operates.
Okay. So now we are coming to conclusion. So distinguished Toastmaster Devi, she will put feedback form in the chat box. Then you can give your humble feedback. So it will definitely helpful for next programs. Okay. A dashboard does not tell us what happened. It helps us decide what happened next. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster UMAR NAWAZ, for an enlightening session, and thank you to all our participants for your enthusiasm and engagement. Please give a thunderous applause to our well-experienced trainer, distinguished Toastmaster UMAR. Okay. So let's continue to turn data into insight, insight into action, and action into impact. Have a fantastic everyone. One district, one nation, one district, and one nation. Now I hand over back to this podium to our ever smiling, Georgia's program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Devi. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhuvanika, our MC for today. And let's give him, okay, I know you can't give him a huge round of applause, but let's shower him with all emojis for a wonderful job that he has done today. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhuvanika. Thank you to our Sergeant at Arms, who said she's a first-time Sergeant at Arms today, but it definitely didn't look like. So Toastmaster Lakshmi Minoj, let's again throw some emojis all to her. Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Lakshmi. Thank you. Heartfelt gratitude to our Zoom master who's hiding behind the scenes and doing her stuff over there, Toastmaster Pooja Durge. Let's share some love for her as well. And of course, definitely to your trainer who's taken the time out from his busy schedule to take you all through this. Yes, we will share the recording. I know it was too much of information overload. You would have understood 25% of the whole 100% that he shared. So the recording will be shared and you can go step by step to understand dashboard better. So thank you so much. Heartfelt gratitude to our trainer. Let's show some emojis and love to him as well. Come on, show in the emojis. And we had a total of 100 people today, which was amazing. And heartfelt gratitude also to our past happiness chair who started off the session with so much love and happiness and getting the meeting in the mood, in the vibe. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anju. And thank you all, members. This shows that you are here for some serious business because this will make your club strong. Stronger clubs will make stronger areas will make stronger divisions, And the stronger divisions will make one big, great, unstoppable district. Thank you so much. Good night and God bless you all.